and patron and coordinator of this program, Mr. Sanmugadasan, teachers, sectional heads, and my dear students. Yeah, as usual, first of course, thank you. Thank you for inviting us, both of us from the University of Jaffna, to these great functions of this great school. And a great welcome you have given to me. So again, it's my pleasure, and thank you very much. Of course, I visited, or I just came into the premises of this school maybe first time in my life, maybe 2 months back or 3 months back. 2 months back, the first time is I entered to meet our principal, and I donated some books written by me, authored by me. So I donated some books to the school. So again, I remember with gratitude that the principal received me well, and he even later sent me a letter acknowledging for the receipt of the books. So really I was happy, and thank you, sir. Right. Now, before I say something about English and English today, let me appreciate the programs you have performed or staged here. I just noticed that the President of the Union was speaking on, and I understood that confidence he had, and of course I really think of his leadership, right? And of course he will have a good future. So I really appreciate the work and the performance, the speech of the President that done here. Then next, the songs and the welcome dance, kind of action-oriented. Definitely, my observation was that, so it was the voice and the performance. I'm mentioning the dance also, the classroom dance also. So both there's a uniformity in performance, and the poisonous was even their children, the first primary school children. The voice, there's a poisonous, and uniformity was there, and some sort of professional performance I could observe in both that first song and welcome dance here. Then it was followed by the speech of Mr. Elakian. This Obama's speech. My appreciations for his presentation, and of course his way of speaking, articulation, and the way of his body facial language, all went well with Mr. Obama. Okay, so congratulations. Then it follows the songs. Wow, that's really great. So they performed it very well. That's they have done it very well. Then finally, I would say about the drama. It is usual to have a play staged from the Shakespeare's collection in almost all the English Day functions in all the schools, mostly. So here also I found that you have maintained the standards of dramatic requirements, especially for that particular play, And my appreciation especially, all of them did well, but my appreciation especially goes to that student who performed as Ceylon, right? So he was kind of performing very well. So with that note of appreciations for the programs, let me say something about the English, the idea of English and all. There are 6,500 languages in the world, and why did we choose for English? That's something very significant. Why? Is it, did we choose? Do we choose? No. It was, it was forced upon us originally. Okay? So let me be a little bit critical about language users and all that. So it was forced upon us, right? As usual, English came to Sri Lanka because of the politics, language, and religion, right? So even if you look at that English originated from British Isles, or Britain you can call it, it originated when? Maybe 5th century after, Anno Domini, or after the Christ, okay? Or you say, nowadays they are using the word BE, CE, common era, or Christian era, okay? So now they have changed that. So English just came into that period, originated, and also it didn't have an originality. It's a conglomerate or a mixture of different Western languages. You all know very well, right? So these the natives of British Isles were called Celtic tribes, right? So their language is Celtic, and especially these Irish people, Welsh, Scottish, most of them belong to that land, according to the history, right? Then, of course, in the 15th century, these people from West Germanic origins, Scandinavian countries, Vikings, Normans, earlier Romans also came, right? So they came and they came from different countries, different regions, and due to that, they developed a language called English. It was really developed to an acceptable standard in 11th century, not 5th century. 11th century, 1,600 years back, English originated. Just compare our language with this language, Tamil. It's originated almost, they say so many years, 5,000, 6,000 years back, Tamil originated. Even they say from Tamil language, other languages originated. There are stories and there are articles, research. But the recent research at Ceylon, Tamil Nadu, you might have known that. It has proved that they have collected some artifacts with written scripts, and it proved that before Christ, BC, 2000 back, the Tamil language was there in the written. So Tamil language, there's a strong evidence we have got. 4,000 back, we had a very standard Tamil, written Tamil. Just imagine, the English origin, 1,600 years. Tamil origin, proof, I am just talking about the proof with evidence, 400 years. And Tiruvalluvar period is mentioned there something 2,000 years back. But some researchers argue no. is more than that, maybe 3,000. Could be like that. So, though, in addition, English language has some issues. You could note that. English language has illogical structure when it comes to spellings. Right? Spellings and letters, pronunciation. Say one letter has many sounds. Okay? So one sound has many letters. So there are silent letters. So it's really confusing sometimes. So it's not logical. There is no one-to-one relations in English language. But Tamil has, mostly. So we can proud about that our language also. And further, George Bernard Shaw, or maybe that our students may know George Bernard Shaw. He is also said to be a father of modern drama, right? He was a Nobel laureate and received his Nobel Peace Prize. What did he do? He found that English language structure was not logical. It should be reformed. So he just donated all his Nobel Prize money to the reform of English language. So, with all that historical implication, or we may think that how English came to the Asian part, South Asian part, or how English came out of the British Isles. Even British Isles was a very controversial thing because, as I have already told you, there were natives, and the natives were sometimes called as Irish people, Welsh people, and you may know that there's a part plays Northern Ireland, right? Some people still argue why it is Northern Ireland because the whole British Isles were called Ireland. Later, because of the invasions of West Germanic tribes, it was divided like that. So there was by this colonialism, you may think about that now, colonialism. Because of colonialism, we have this language. Behind that also, there was a politics. You know, during the history of social history and the history of England, if you look at it, they thought that their place was not enough for them to expand and develop. But they couldn't. So what they tried to do was they first tried to capture the Western countries, France and other parts of the country, close to Britain. There was a war called 100 Years' War, the War of Roses. Even after 100 Years' War, England couldn't defeat France. The France won finally. So France is next to Britain, so you can understand. So that is the reason they decided, okay, we can't capture the West now. The France couldn't allow that. So we should go out from other side. Then they expanded their naval power. That was the important reason for capturing other countries like America and then the other African countries and South Asian countries. So now we have English here. Right? Okay, so it has a political reason at the very beginning, historically speaking. But now we have a practical reason to learn the language and use the language. Okay, so during the colonial time, if you see, our people were very much interested in learning English. They were evident. During the colonial time also, what happened? Ceylon Tamils learning in schools like English medium schools, missionary schools, right? They learned English very well and other subjects also, professional courses also, and they went to Malaya, now Malaysia, Singapore, and they performed very well. They will do some odd jobs or kind of unskilled labors. They were as technicians, engineers, doctors at the time. How could it was possible? Because Ceylonese Tamils loved English. And they learned very well. That's why they were able to perform very well even in the migrated countries, Malaysia and Singapore. Singapore Prime Minister earlier, the late Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, right? He very much, he appreciated the Ceylon Tamils very well because of their contribution to Singapore. Even now, you know, there are many eminent Tamils occupying ministerial portfolios. So openly, Lee Kuan Yew openly appreciated, though Ceylon Tamils are a minority, because of their competitive spirit, intelligence, they could work hard, commitment, they could achieve and develop their countries. He acknowledges Singapore developed because of the contribution of Ceylonese Tamils. How was it possible? Because of English. And they learned the language and they used the language very well. So during the colonial time also, our people learned English and went abroad and performed well. Then comes post-colonial period, after that, independence. What happened now? Now, Sri Lankan Tamils, they have gone abroad, the Western countries, and you can, all of you very well know that almost 6 to 7 lakhs of Sri Lankan Tamils are living in almost most of the Western countries. Of course, Canada comes first, UK comes next. So, these Anglo-Saxon countries itself, Canada, UK, America, New Zealand, Australia, in these countries also, around 3 to 4 lakhs Sri Lankan people are there, Tamil people are there. Tamil, I am just mentioning Sri Lankan Tamils. So they are thriving very well. The second generation and the third generation are doing very well, and they have all got the professional jobs there, and they are doing very well at the professional level because they adapted their countries and they adapted their language, English, and they are performing well. So then one hard reality we have here is that in Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan Tamils are vulnerable. It is true. We all should accept that, right? We need to learn English. We have to learn for our survival English and Sinhala. Right? Then only we can survive in this country. Otherwise it is very difficult considering the ideologized, nationalist governance and racist ideologies, religious ideologies prevail in our country. It's very difficult. In future also it's going to be a very serious challenge for us. So, Sri Lankan Tamils, and as children here, we should learn English for our survival in our country as well as in foreign countries. It's a very serious issue. Children should understand that. It's very difficult to survive in our country, considering the turmoil in our country, and all of us are very well know that. So, my simple advice to the children here, yes, you have nowadays in the world, if you look at that, 2 billion people in almost 118 countries, or maybe more than that. They are using English language for different purposes. 2 billion people. So, I encourage you to be the part of that statistics. Okay? So you should also learn English. I don't have any doubt that your performance, what you have performed here, clearly confirmed that you all are very much interested in English. Right? So, continue that. Not for traveling purposes or immigration purposes, even to survive in Sri Lanka, or nowadays you can be Sri Lankan and work in Sri Lanka, but multinationally, internationally also, because of the IT technology, information technology and other facilities, you can do that. So, English has become now internet English, the language of internet. So, all of us are using internet. I read that statistics, almost 52% of the most visited websites on internet is in English. 52%. So, in internet, you can learn a lot. And the children, of course, rather than interested in playing games, computer games, you can play language games. Language games are better, children. And that is also not enough. You can go more than that, because on the internet, lot of literature and articles, stories, there are so many things I don't need to elaborate. Go for it, rather than wasting your time on entertainment and social media, mostly. Then you will want to improve. So with that, our future, I would say that the current Sri Lankan government positions regarding school education and university education. I think in school education they are very eager to introduce, and already they have introduced. I think your school also must be having bilingual education is going on, right? So they encourage that it is better to have science courses in English medium and humanities and social sciences, some humanities and social sciences in Tamil medium, both, right? So it is good to have that kind of education at the school level. But in the university level now, they are making all the courses in English medium. Earlier, only science degree programs, when they are in English medium at the universities. Nowadays, the University Grant Commission has sent a circular instructing the universities to adopt English as a medium of instruction for arts and humanities degree program. BA in sociology, BA in political science, BA in psychology, anthropology, archaeology, things like that. So they have sent a circular to all the vice chancellors of the universities to slowly transform this medium to English. So they have insisted on that. Even in our university also, I was the coordinator for developing the proposal for Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences in our university. So it took me almost 3 years to develop and revise and get the approval from the University Grant Commission. Finally, what they said that we included some degree programs, 1 or 2 degree programs in Tamil medium and some degree programs in English medium, right? But at the UGC standing committee level, what happened sadly, they 100% strongly insisted no Tamil or Sinhala program. Your faculty should be run in English medium. So all the arts program, humanities program, we should use English medium. So that is the instruction, and finally we accepted. No other choice. Right? If you need a faculty, then we should accept. So that faculty curriculum development is going on right now to see that. So I just have told you the current reality regarding the use of English. So all of you please understand that and try to learn and use English in serious activities and events, ultimately you can become a national citizen as well as international citizen. Thank you very much, and thank you.